Daniel.
Hello.
And welcome to TeleVisionaries. I'm Joan Birthword.
I'm Daniel Janesdaughter.
And Daniel, we have such a delight today. We're going to be talking about giving up.
Look at that thing shine. It must be red hot. See that?
Look, there it is again.
It changes position. It's zigzag. It's zigzag.
You know, I think, Dad, I'm not interested in what you think. And I'm not interested in Chandler's moods. All he thinks about is getting ashore and getting drunk.
Well, I was only trying to help.
This is a scientific expedition. I don't expect either you or Chandler to appreciate the responsibilities.
You weren't very nice to him.
That's very nice to who?
To Roy when he just tried to help.
You knew what this was when you saw it.
Yes, of course I did.
But he didn't.
Well, what difference does it make?
Well, it does to me. It's indicative of his entire attitude toward scientific investigation and everything I've ever tried to do for him.
Doctor, you are trying to force Roy in a pattern where he doesn't fit. He's very sensitive.
Yeah, all that about, achieving, make this happen, do this, do this. So Tony Robbins, it's poison, it's toxic. This is what keeps us from reaching in, finding and embracing our own helplessness, our own inadequacy, our own insignificance.
Well, Doctor, it seems to me that even though Roy has disappointed you as a scientist, he still deserves to be treated as a man.
I'm afraid that both your observations are impertinent, my dear. Roy has never proved to me that he was a man. Science is a man's job. It requires endless work, stamina, sweat.
Well, I think as we can see clearly from this last clip, we are dealing with really a nationwide, I would even say a global epidemic of success obsession. We are trying to take baby steps. Baby steps. Is that how you started with baby steps?
On the whole failure continuum?
Yeah. Do you remember the turning point where you said, why is my life so success-based and why am I not capable of failure? Do you remember what that moment was like for you?
Sure, I remember the moment itself.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking over my checking account. 7 figures there, too. And I just thought,
Oh,
hey,
that hurts just to hear that. 7 figures in your checking account.
Who needs this?
I think I need to purge for a minute.
Who needs this?
Excuse me. So you said, who needs this? And what happened to you later that day?
Well, I drove home in the 9/11. And
Just the thought of that is...
I'm trying to be strong. I need you to be strong.
I understand. It's just the horror sometimes of that period in our lives is so. I feel re-traumatized by your trauma. So I blame you for that.
I'm sorry for that.
And I really wish you had not brought that up because it does trigger me, and then I am left to deal with my own re-traumatization. What happened in the morning?
In the morning, I was woken up by my cat crying at me. Yeah, and I did what anybody else would do. I just kind of gave it one cursory glance and went back to sleep.
You know what? You give a lot of credit to other people saying that's what, quote unquote, anybody would do. That is only what someone would do who's on the road to failure. I don't think I could have done that.
So?
I don't think most of us would have just shot over there and without even thinking, just instinctually, just because we're in that hamster wheel, we're going to put water in the cat's bowl. And there you were taking your first baby step, just giving that little muscle, saying, hey, I got a muscle here, failure muscle, and I'm going to try flexing it. Can you tell me how that liberation feels to you?
Well, I sleep in more.
It's science that counts. Science is the important thing, not the scientist. Remember that.
What I have been working on in my laboratory is developing an empirically based system where we can all learn to take the steps we need that give us the freedom to fail. And now, Daniel, you've been actually working this program for a while, but it didn't start out that way, right? I mean, now I would say you don't have a job, correct? And no hobbies or interests of any kind. Excuse me. I want to just hold this for me for a second.
Oh.
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 I'm
Oh.
sorry. Oh, sorry. Thank you. I like to talk about the boxes that we put ourselves into when we're trying to prioritize our life. You know, things that are urgent, things that are necessary, things that are important, things that can wait. And I just like to take those boxes and just, you know, this is what I think we need to do with our priorities.
3 weeks out of port is long enough for any man. And my contract says we should have started back to Frisco 2 days ago.
Well, you're getting extra pay for that, you know.
I ain't interested in extra pay.
Now, he is actually really demonstrating, I would say, one of my key 7 strategies of ineffective losers. He's really, I would say he's, you know, beginning by saying, I'm not going down, you know. He's flexing that resistance to success muscle, that failure muscle.
Flexing some sort of muscle anyway.
I think we ought to get out of here right away.
McQueen, get the diving gear ready. I'll go down.
That is backsliding. That is saying, oh, you know, oh, I tried disempowerment for a while. Oh, it didn't work for me. Oh, I tried failure. Oh, but it didn't work for me. That's because you didn't work with it.
Hurry while the water's still bubbling and we can see it. You think you're going out? Queen, do as you're told.
I'm just so, you know, so proud of you in all the steps that you've taken toward your own disempowerment.
I'm a poster boy for anything. It's drinking and, you know, like not taking responsibility. That's a great step.
I like that, how you put the word not. That is one of my key phrases in my books and in my program is whenever you're thinking I need to do this or I want, just insert the little word not, N-O-T, in front of it, as Daniel has done over and over again. This is the way to liberation. Yeah.
Yes.
Just one little word.
Not.
I'm going to get up.
Not.
I'm going to make a lot of money.
Not.
I'm going to work 8 hours.
Definitely not.
Gear ready. I'll go down.
You can't do that. The pressure. You're in no condition.
Get the gear ready.
Wait a minute, Dad. McQueen's right. You're in no shape to get down there.
Then who do you suggest that I send, all right? And you got yourself in the spot, ain't you, Junior?
I'll go. I'll go.
No, Roy isn't even on the path yet.
No.
You know, he's wondering about the path. He's saying, is something missing from my life? He's asking the question. He's asking the question, but unfortunately he's listening to his Tony Robbins-esque father saying, you know, do more, you know, which is the typical, you know, an addict's response to everything. You know, crazy. I just want to give up when I watch this.
What are the other chances for failure?
Yeah.
It's a spaceship.
And you let him go down.
We've got to find out what's down there. We may be on the verge of discovering something of enormous importance.
But doctor, it's your son.
Remember, it's science that is important, not the scientist.
Roy has not hit bottom yet.
Now tell me what's down there.
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Something crashed there. We saw it and It can't be a meteor. What is it?
It was a meteor.
And I hope that someday I can make it up to him. Turner, you tell McQueen to set course for San Francisco.
San Francisco? Yes, sir.
Have you told Roy?
No, I thought you'd like to do that.
Roy, are you all right?
Yes, I feel fine. Thank you.
Roy, what's the matter? You don't seem...
I don't seem what?
I don't know, you don't seem to be... Oh, Roy. Roy, you will have to be more tidy in our new home.
Roy is dead too.
What I say?
Yes, he's down there.
What I say?
You Earth people are such simple creatures.
The Scientist Channel has rejected success. He has awakened to the greater reality that is disempowerment.
But he's never been able to teach Roy anything.
No, he's
So
never.
how will this
He's
even
always
help?
pushed his. But Roy has given up to. He's given up his whole. He has completely walked away from.
Will he
his
embrace
power.
success?
Well, I think the real Roy embraced failure. He's dead. Well, I guess it's time for us to give up. But I want to wish all of you the best on your personal journey into failure. Christ, who gives a shit?
Science is a man's job. It requires endless work. Stamina, sweat.
Look at that thing shine. It must be red hot.